Hey guys, Az here. In today's video, I'm showing you how I boost the Stockades on my max level mage, level 60, to earn gold, to boost my own characters, etc. Before we start, I'm just gonna go through a few mob types that are in the Stockades, just to make it a bit more easy for you to understand my approach. And just as like a footnote or whatever we call it, a side note, I know that Stockades is super easy and simple to boost, but I do see a lot of people struggling with clearing it like efficiently. I see people dying while they're boosting on their mages, and I think this video will help you out in case that happens to you. So this is a list of the mobs that spawn in the Stockades, and we want to look at the Convict, we want to look at Basal Threat, and we want to look at Cam Deep Fury. Now the Convict, it has a backhand stun. It stuns you for 2 seconds. Cam Deep Fury has a shield slam stun. He has other abilities as well that he might cast instead, so it might take a few, globals before he stuns you, but he will eventually stun you. And then we have Basal. He also has a AoE stun that stuns you for 4 seconds. So those are the mobs we have to be aware of when we're doing this pull. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 pull. I'm doing it in 4 pulls. There is a way to do it in a 1 pull, but not without using consumables and not without using the juggle spot at entrance, which is risky if you're boosting other players. They might die. They might get proximity aggro after the mobs flee, and yeah, it's just a hassle to do a 1 pull. So the thought is that on the right side, that is where we have Basal Threat, we have Cam Deep Fury, we have almost all of the convicts on the right side. You might have one convict on the left side, but all of them are on the right side. So I'm pulling the first middle wing here, and then I'm also pulling in that one first pull 2 to 3 rooms on the left side. So I'm doing this in 2 pulls, and I'm also doing the right side in 2 pulls. But yeah, let's get into the video and I can do a bit of a live commentary. Gear wise, I'm playing with rank 10 gear because there's a bunch of armor on it, and then I'm using a 2-set Dread Mist belt and bracers combo for the 200 bonus armor. So I'm stacking armor. If I was to use some consumables, I would also use like armor and health boosting consumables. Putting the first pack room with rank 1 Arcane Explosion, blink through, and then I'm just gonna Nova them as they group up. Gather them. I could blink now to get over to the others quickly, but I want to save it for when they group up on me here to blink through them. Here we go. Re-barrier. And now I'm just getting into this last room, and I'm looking to Nova them all so I can move on to the next part of the pull. I'm using Iceblock on the first pull here. It is ready for every single reset if you only use it here. If you end up having to panic Iceblock later on, cold snap Iceblock, it won't be ready, but it is what it is. Then you just have to do a bit more conservative pulling. There's one convict in this pull, as you can tell, but outside of that, there's no other mob type that can stun me. Iceblock, and now we're just waiting for them to group, and I'm waiting to find a good timing to exit. Cone of Nova, Flame Strike, Cone of Cold, Shatter combo. If you spam Cone of Cold while you're doing your Flame Strike, as soon as it happens, it will batch together. So you'll do, the increased crit chance on your Cone of Cold, even if your Flame Strike breaks the Nova. Some quick key binding because my key binds reset for some reason for my gems. Eat to Fall, you could use a Evo here. The next part of the pull, you don't really need that much HP. But yeah. Talents, I will show them in this video. soon. But otherwise, check out the description down below where I'll post the talents. Here we go. Speaking of the devil, gear wise, I will also post the gear I'm wearing in this run in the description, that is. And just try to like sort of min-max the amount of hits you take. Anything, you know, helps. So I'm just running a bit side to side to avoid as many hits as I can. And then we're doing another shadow combo. The situation here with the first pull and this every single shadow combo, they will start fleeing if they get low. Like just like they do in not Stockades, Scarlet Monastery when you're doing armory. It's not that risky to spam max rank arcane explosion with a bunch of humanoids on you because they will flee. You just gotta commit. The way you get killed in here is like, oh shit, I'm dying. You start trying to run instead of just committing to finishing them off. Now we're moving on to the right wing of the Stockades, and here we have a lot more of the convict type of mob, and we have Cam Deep Fury. So a bit more conservative pulling, and I'm keeping my blink ready to go if I get stunned. So I'm not really using it as mobility per se. I'm saving it to get out of a stun. So you see, I am not using it right now. I'm just holding it, and then, but I am gonna use it once they reach me to blink through. And as soon as I get to like Cam Deep Fury, I'm just gonna finish them off because he has like 3 abilities in total. He used defensive stance there, and then he has like a shield block, and then he will stun you, as he does right there. But yeah, so it's like a guaranteed stun as soon as he like goes through the other abilities that he has, and I don't want to risk getting chunked or chain stunned. If you wanted to, you could use a fab and just make a gigapole, or use a lip in case you need to. You know, you're providing a service, and it kind of sucks if you die, right? For the boosties that are paying for your service. So just use whatever you gotta use, you know, to live. But if you do it the way I'm doing it here, you'll be perfectly fine, especially if you have a lot of armor. If you spend a lot of time doing low level dungeons, you know, boosting service, I would definitely recommend getting to rank 10. Just because it's so good for DM, Ragefire Chasm, Stockades. And there we have Base of Threat. He also does a ranged, you know, AoE stun. Blink through here as I get stunned. Nova, don't let them touch you. And then you just do another shadow combo. Sometimes if the mobs are like, they can LOS you around those bars, and then they won't get hit by your Cone of Cold. For some reason, I have like a experience of there being a mob type that can kick in here, like interrupt you. But looking through Wowhead, I couldn't find any evidence of it being so. So I guess they only stun in here. But yeah, 6 minutes, 21 seconds for this reset, right? But the poll took sub 6 minutes actually. But with running out, it's about 6 minutes, 30 seconds. And I really like just doing quick runs so I can log on my second account where I have my main warrior, and then I'll do 5 resets there as well, and it comes out to about 110 gold per hour. I can't fit in 10 resets in an hour yet, but hopefully eventually I'll be able to with gear, right, both on the warrior and the mage. But yeah, thank you for watching. Again, I know this boost is easy, you don't need to min-max it, but I hope this helps out people. Just learn it a bit quicker and get a bit of overview of how you can do this efficiently. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.